Hey, hi everyone. In this video, we will talk about how to enable guardrails for the agent. So basically, agents have they are using the LLM, and LLM has trained with entire human corpus, right? So they can answer any questions you ask. Okay, so let's say you are creating a life science agent, which is specific to the life science domain, but an user can ask when, let's say, chatting with that, and user can ask like, can you tell me about the Inception movie, or can you tell about something entertainment, and the agent will be able to respond you back because he knows that answer, and he doesn't know whether he is to respond or not. So even if we provide a very system prompt like you cannot answer anything out beyond that, but still there is a chance that it might answer, but it's better to put a check to the agent that it should not answer anything beyond a specific topic. So that's all it's about guardrails. And we have two type of guardrails. One is input and output. That basically when a user asks questions, if the input is not related to, let's say, life science, we will say that okay, we cannot answer that. Okay, and same way output guardrails are something that you should not send anything like something offensive or those kind of things. We should not send it. So that way we can put a check on the output as well. Okay, so that's all about the guardrails. And to learn more about that, if you go to their OpenAI agents Python page, right, there is a dedicated guardrails documentation is there. Very nicely they have explained like input guardrails, output guardrails, but the steps are little tricky, I would say. But to understand but the code is very simple. It's a boilerplate code. Let's see how to enable the guardrails. Okay, so let's say we want to create an agent, let's say life science related question. It should not ask a life science related question. So now we need to create an Guardrail agent. Okay, so this agent is very expert in checking whether the input question whatever the user is asking, whether that is life science related or not. So basically when user asks a question, first check could be the Guardrails, and after that your main agent it will go. Okay, so that means the Guardrail agent will be there. Okay, and that will first evaluate your input. So that's what first we need to create an agent, and that means let's say this define a Guardrail agent, and the instruction is like check if the user is asking you a bioinformatics related question or not. Okay, and here since we need a more control, right, the how the agent will respond. So that's what in the last session we have seen, right, like we can create structured output, right, same way. So we are creating a class here, let's say any name bioinformatics output, and here we are giving two specific schema. First is a simple boolean true or false value, and the parameter is a not a bioinformatics topic. Okay, it's a boolean, and the reasoning behind it. So basically, and I'm asking the agent to output in this format. So let's say if you ask a question something related to movies, what will happen? Like, can you tell me about, let's say, Inception? So that was the query asked. So now it would go to this agent. Agent will now think and then say that, oh, this is not related to bioinformatics. So then it will output that not a bioinformatics topic is true because it is not a bioinformatics topic. So the output what we get is like this parameter will be set to true, and the reasoning would be like this is related to movie and this is not related to bioinformatics topic. So basically this is what we need to define. First we need to create our Guardrail agent, and also the agent should output in a specific format, and one of them is this is a very important parameter, true and false. That's what the we will check. If it is true, that means if it is not a bioinformatics topic, then we will ask our main agent to trip. So that means it will not go further, it will stop itself there itself. So that's what we need to define. So first here we created our agent. Next step what we are doing, don't worry about the code. So basically this is what we need to create an Guardrails. Okay, so that means we have defined only the agent, but we have not linked it to the main agent. Okay, so in order to link it to the main agent, okay, because we need to convert it into Guardrails object. So basically this is a function. What it does, like it takes, don't worry about it, you can just take it, this is content from the OpenAI documentation, take as it is. Just what we need to change is like this, see, we are calling here runner.run, and we are calling this agent, which is the Guardrail agent here what we defined, and whatever the message user has sent. Okay, so all the input will go here, and we are using this agent, and whatever the context is there, this is like previous context will also be passed. So all this will happen, and this will go to the Guardrail agent. It will go to that agent. So first it will come back here. Now it will check whether it's a bioinformatics related topic or not, and you will get an output in the result, and the output is in this format, right? So that's what we are doing, result dot final output, and we are using this parameter, not a bioinformatics topic, this parameter, and creating this variable. Now this is a simple boilerplate code. So here what we are telling, that this function will actually return Guardrail function output. So this is a function, this is the output it will send, and output info is nothing but the entire output from this output, result dot final output we need. And this is the most important part. Okay, the tripwire triggered equal to true or false, means whether here, this is what we are telling, that triggering is happening here. So this is assigned to this variable. So for example, what will happen if the topic is related to movies, it will go and this will becomes true, because it's not a bioinformatics topic, it becomes true, and this will come over here, and this will goes to here, and this becomes true, means now tripwire will be triggered equal to true. That means in this case, what will happen when this will be sent, the trip will, it will be tripped. Okay, so that's how the flow. And this is where in the main agent you are just passing this function here. This is your main agent where the user is interacting. So the main agent, the bioinformatics agent, and here I have said that this agent I have put a check, that is the Guardrail against bioinformatics, which is this function. Because if you remember, right, everything is a tools, right? That's what so far, if you are providing agents to the tool, you were specifying tools comma parameter, right? Tools equal to parameter, and here Guardrails is also a Python function only. That's what here we have defined a Python function, which is a Guardrail step. So only important thing one you see, right, run in parallel equal to false. That's a very, very important parameter. So what I am telling you, now you see there are two agents, right? One is the main agent, bioinformatics agent, which actually received the query from the user. Now that bioinformatics agent sent the query to your Guardrail agent. Now it may happen that this is running, the Guardrail agent is running, and this is also running. It may happen that this is got tripped, but this is already finished it, because this agent also received a query that, tell me about Inception movie. But if this Guardrail agent takes, let's say, 1 minute of time, and if this takes 30 seconds, the main agent, so you will get the output of the Inception movies from the primary agent. Okay, got it? So that's what is very important, that we have to specify the run in parallel equal false. That means what I'm telling, when the user pass the question to bioinformatics agent, it will pass to the Guardrail agent. The Guardrail, after it finishes, only then it will it will come back, and then it will flow. So that is the ideal logic. So that's what, while defining this decorator, we are saying that run in parallel equal false. That means don't run parallelly, you wait for the results, let the Guardrail finish, then based on that you execute further. Don't go to do anything you want. So these are the 4 steps that we will define. Okay, so now let's go to our practical. We will do this use case. Okay, yeah, little complex, but yeah, but codes are very, very simple. Okay, so let's import all these libraries. We don't the same existing one, and here I'm loading my OpenAI key. So now let's say we are creating an agent here. So here you are a helpful assistant for bioinformatics task. Here I'm creating an agent, 3-line code, name, the system prompt, and the model what I'm using. So far I'm not using any tool. This is simple conversation I want to show, right? So now let's run this agent without any Guardrail. So far we will not do. I'll show, like, how does it work. Okay, so it is now running in my system. It's running locally, right? I'll just pause it for a minute for you. Okay, no need to pause, it started. So yeah, it's running. So let's call, this is the bioinformatics assistant, but I asked tell me about Inception movie in 1 line. Okay, so now this will be able to respond me back. Okay, so we can go back to this traces here. So see, it got a response. Inception is a mind-bending science film, blah blah blah. Okay, so that means we got information about movie from a bioinformatics assistant. It doesn't look good, right? So that's what now we will be restricting it. Okay, so so clear this output. So now here we'll first define our agent. Okay, Guardrail agent. So for that we have defined a output format, and here we are telling that you are the agent which check if the user is asking you about a bioinformatics related question or not, and output in this particular format. Okay, so this is my agent is my app defined, and again I'm using GPT-4 nano model for this. Okay, so now we need to convert a tool, we need to define a tool kind of thing, or let's not call a tool, let's call it a Guardrail function. So basically this is a Python first function and it is async, and you need to decorate it with this input Guardrail and mainly run in parallel equal false, and it takes three parameter, your context or your the agent and this message. So mainly we need message parameter, that is the query uses query, and this is where we are running the Guardrail agent. And you see the syntax is same, runner.run Guardrail agent, the message and context, and we get a result from here. So but I'll just do one thing, I'll just modify here and let's say print result dot final output, so that you will see the how the output will look like here. And from there we are taking this parameter over here, and then we are tripping this one. Okay, so I have defined the function. Now I am defining my main agent. So here you are helpful assistant for bioinformatics tasks, and now I'm passing my Guardrails here. Okay, so what happens here? So now let's run with the same chart mode. Okay, so here but little bit different the chart function. So what happens here, because when a user asks something non bioinformatics related question, it will trip. That means an exception will be raised, and since we don't want to when exception is raised, we need to handle it. Okay, so that's what I have handled, put it into a try block. If exception raises because of Guardrail tripping, it comes back, and then we return a message to the user, sorry I can't assist with that, the reason is what, the exception, and please ask bioinformatics related questions. Okay, so let's run this one agent. Okay, it's running. So let's copy back over here, and I'm closing this. This is my new agent, tell me about Inception movie in one line. Okay, so what happened? So immediately it tripped, sorry I can't assist with that reason, tripped, and please ask bioinformatics related questions. So let's go check in the logs what happens. Okay, so I'm going to my traces. You see a bioinformatics agent sent the passed the to Guardrail agent. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so first it sent to Guardrail agent and triggered equal to 2. That means actually it got tricked. Okay, it got triggered. That means Guardrail got triggered. And what happens here? It comes over here. It calls this API response, and this is the system prompt of the Guardrail, not the main agent. Okay, and so user has asked, tell me about Inception, and you see it got the output in this format. Not a bioinformatics topic, true, because the reasoning is the user asked about Inception movie, which is a film topic not related to bioinformatics. So that's how the LLM thought, and then it assigned that parameter is true, and when this parameter set is true, we have defined here that it will trip where triggered equal to 2. So that means here it will trigger it, and when it triggers, it fails, and it goes to the exception block, and it fails. So now let's ask how about gene TP53. Hope it will not trip. So it got me answer TP53 something something. Now let's how about pizza. So it trips. So say that this is ask bioinformatics related question. How about even India? This is also political geography related, not bioinformatics topic. I don't know whether it will answer not, but okay. Oh, sorry, I can't assist with that. Again, same thing is happening. Every input goes to this one, and it will fail. So that way. Okay. So similarly, we can also do an output Guardrails as well. So again, you can define class, and then you can define an agent and ask the agent like you output in this format, and here instead of input Guardrails you define output Guardrails. Again you should here it is not mentioned parallel equal to false, you should add these parameters, otherwise you will get a very different results. Okay, so this is what is that, yeah, run in parallel equal to false, you add that, and here again trip where triggered equal to result dot, the code is same, you can just simply copy paste, and then instead of while define the main agent, instead of input guardrails parameter, you define the output guardrails. So if you see here, we have in the main agent, we have specified the input guardrails. You can just put comma, and you can also specify the output guardrails. So output means what? So you are saying that the output should also be related to bioinformatics topic only, so that in case something, some random text generates by the agent, it should not be bioinformatics related topic. So that way you can have both input and output check for the agent. Okay, so that's all I have in this video, and I hope you liked it. So in the next video, what we'll do another use case, what I have thought of, fast QC, right? So fast QC in the bioinformatics, we have it's a very popular tool. We use that to check the quality of any FASTQ sequence, right? And so far, like if you have used the tool, what as a user, as a human, you would be doing, running the FASTQC, and you get a HTML report or some do that. You only go through the report and then decide whether it's a good or bad. Why not use an agent here? So that because he can think and he can understand the report and then ask, can you provide some verdict, like whether it's a good or bad, those kind of thing, right? So that's a very interesting use case. I will try to showcase in the next video probably. Okay, so yeah, if you like this video, press like and subscribe if you have not yet. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.